What's up and welcome to Delightful D News and Views. I'm your host DJ. Like many of you, Akon was part of the soundtrack of my young adulthood. We all loved that this Senegalese American man could grow up in St. Louis and make it big off of hip hop. But since Akon got rich, we've seen him mostly take that money back to his community. He even has plans to build his own version of Wakanda in Africa. And this brings me to the diaspora discussion of the week. Does Akon owe Black America anything since he got rich using our culture? Before we dive into the discussion, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and put a like on the video and subscribe. Let's talk money and cultural appropriation. Now, when Akon was at the height of his fame, cultural appropriation was not even a discussion. But in the last few years, thankfully, it has become one. So first, let's define cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation refers to the use of objects or elements of a non-dominant culture in a way that doesn't respect their original meaning, give credit to their source, or reinforces stereotypes or contributes to oppression. It also includes the unauthorized use of parts of their culture, their dress, dance, etc., without permission. As of 2022, Akon has an estimated net worth of $80 million, and this money has largely come from his ability to successfully perform elements of Black American culture, i.e. our music, which is hip hop and R&B. And so I think that's where the discussion needs to begin, because we have to acknowledge that the music that Akon has put forth, while it's beautiful, it's fun, it's rhythmic, it is certainly rooted in Black American culture. One of his most popular songs, Locked Up, tells the plight of a Black man in America who has been put into the criminal justice system. And we're going to dive deeper into the lyrics that really describe an experience that Black American families have been going through for hundreds of years, since slavery, since Reconstruction, since Jim Crow, where Black men have been separated from their families, put into the criminal justice system, unable to access freedom or resources. And Akon has incorporated this into his music, and he's telling that story. But can we be honest? That story is not often the story of the Senegalese American. That story is often not the story of someone from Akon's background. It's not a story that would be familiar in Senegal. And so I think we need to acknowledge the wealth that has been generated on Black American culture. Now I'm going to read some of the lyrics from Locked Up, and I want you to really just take a moment to think what experience Akon is describing. Is he describing an experience that resonates with Senegalese culture, or is he describing an experience that resonates with foundational Black American culture? He says, "They won't let me out. They won't let me out, no. Can you pay me a visit? They won't let me out. Send me some magazines. They won't let me out. Send me some money orders. Pay me a visit, baby, 'cause I'm locked up. Where's my lawyer? I'm locked up. Get me out of here. Locked up. They won't let me out. Where's my guys on the block? Tell them I'm locked up." Now, what Akon is singing about here is a very real and painful experience that millions of Black American families have endured. Seeing a loved one being locked away and put into virtual isolation from the larger society. And I appreciate that Akon is singing about this because to a certain degree, he's bringing awareness. But here's where there's a bit of hypocrisy. African folks in America are often the first to tell you how their family values won't allow them to be criminals, won't allow them to end up in the justice system. They have so much more grounding and integrity. So this is not the quote African experience in America. So it's okay for African folks to distance themselves from this type of experience when they are, going to schools and going to work. But then when it comes to the opportunity to make money off of it in a music video or a song, they're all in favor of singing about that experience, directing that experience. Akon has started some brilliant projects on the continent. He had Akon Lights Up Africa and other initiatives that have contributed to the improvement of the lives of African folks, and I am in total support of that. I also think that it would be really amazing to see Akon bring some of that wealth back to the Black American community in a sustainable way. Just as he is saying that he wants to build up Africa and he wants to build up the communities there, why not also come back to St. Louis, come back to Houston, come back to LA, the places that gave you all of this wealth, the people that bought your music, the people that streamed your music, the people that gave you the culture in order for you to make a profit, the people whose stories that you're using to tell in order to gain all of this wealth and success and notoriety. What do you owe to those people, Akon? Why not come back and say, yes, I know that in the hoods of America, these folks need opportunity too. These folks need lights. These folks need, great housing. These folks need education. Why is it not the same level of priority for those who have helped you get to where you are today? So do I think that Akon should be giving back to Black America on the same level as he's giving back to Africa? Yes, because he has used Black American culture to become very wealthy and rich. And I think it would be a beautiful gesture of brotherhood and understanding. But now I want to hear what you think. Do you agree? Does Akon owe anything to Black America for helping him become the multimillionaire that he is today? Let me know in the comments and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching.